But okay, how many of you out there are business owners? You guys actually do the employing, raise your hand. Business owners. Wow, we have quite a few business owners. How many of you out there, besides Janess, maybe you're someone here for the first time or you've been in the industry before, how many of you have done network marketing before? A lot of people. So we have all three different types of people in the house today. You know, we are all meant to be successful in life, okay? God didn't create us to fail. Success is in our DNA. Now the crazy thing about success is that when we're born, we have zero fear. You guys know that? As babies, they have zero fear. They're not afraid of anything. It's a result of all of their events. It's a result of their influences as they're growing up that causes them to make different decisions that puts them in a different place later on in life. It's all a result of our influences and events. You know, as a kid, I grew up with a single mom, and what I want you guys to know is regardless of your background, regardless if you grew up with everything and you grew up with nothing, everybody has the same exact choice to be successful in life. You just have to be willing to select that choice and go to work to make it happen. We are in no way today telling the new people here today that this is easy. Nobody is able to walk across the stage saying, hey, this business is easy, that's why I'm here. We're all here as a result of one thing. It's called work. It's called hard work. It doesn't matter whether you're an employee, whether you're a business owner, or whether you're a network marketer. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to work hard. And we're all born with the same opportunity of being successful. It's within our DNA, like I talked about. I grew up with a single mom. I grew up very, very poor. My dad was not in my life. I have an identical twin brother. I have a younger sister. And at an early age, my brother and I worked hard every single day. As little boys, when our friends were playing, we were knocking on doors, working, washing cars, mowing lawns, doing yard work, doing anything we could to earn income to help our mom pay the bills. And we did that as young kids. And as we got older, my mom always told us that we can believe in whatever we want. We can be whatever we want when we get older. She always believed that one day we would be very successful and we'd be able to buy our house and get us out of the environment that we lived in. She believed in us. And that's what I believe, because she believed in me. Sometimes we have parents who tell us you can never do that, you can never do this. My mom never did that to me. So I grew up with nothing, but I grew up with a house full of love. My mom believed in me and my brother and my sister, and we believed in everything. And you know, as we started to grow up, we wanted to get out of that environment. And we wanted to be the first ones in our family to go to college, so we had to go to a really good high school. And really good high schools cost money. They're private high schools. My brother and I went to a private, all-boys Catholic high school, and we paid our own tuition during our term of high school. Imagine all the kids going there, studying, playing sports. Their parents have great jobs. They're paying their tuition while they're in school so the kids can get a good education. Well, my brother and I are working early in the morning as janitors. We're going to school and going to our sports practice. And we're working at the gas station when we get out of practice. We're working at the restaurant at night till 11 p.m. And we take the bus to the train all the way back home every single day. And every 2 weeks when our company paid us our paycheck, we paid it to our school for our education. Now, all of that was the result of a work ethic that I developed for myself as a little kid. I knew that if I wanted to be successful, I'd have to work hard. So it was nothing to me to go work 3 jobs to pay for my high school. I was picturing what I would have in the future. If I went to a good high school and got good grades and did really well in sports, I would go to a good university. The first one in my family to go to a university. And my brother and I went to a private university. We graduated with the highest honors. We got our degrees. And now it was time for us to enter the work field. You know, we felt like we were of the ultimate success. And I went to work on a trade called real estate. I got involved in mortgage banking. And for 1 year, I learned everything I could. I didn't make any money at all, but I surrounded myself with people who were very successful in that industry. And I learned everything I could. I became like their young protege. I was like 22 years old. And when I learned everything I could about that trade, just like you guys will learn about this industry for those of you that are brand new, I made a commitment to myself. I made a commitment to myself that forever in my life I would be successful. That forever in my life I would work for no one. And I decided to go into business for myself. You see, I wasn't like some of you guys in the room today. I didn't have 2 different paths and have a choice to go left or right. The only path I knew was to be in business for yourself, to be a business owner, to be an entrepreneur. For some of you here today, you have a choice. You guys probably have some options to start your own businesses, maybe with a business partner, maybe you have a family friend who can help you get into a franchise. Maybe you've saved up a ton of money during your life so far that you can start your own business, and that's an option for you. But then you're here today in front of us, and there's that business opportunity of network marketing that you might not know nothing about. But today it's up to me to share that with you through my experiences. But with my experience, I had no option of network marketing. The only option I saw was traditional business, and I was determined to be successful. My story today is not of one that's telling you why network marketing is better than being an entrepreneur, why network marketing is better than owning your own business. I'm here today to tell you that they're both incredible. But I want to share my story with you so that way you can envision yourself doing each of these things. And I want to share you my success story through both of these paths right here, because that's what I did in my life. And after I learned that trade, I was 23 years old, I decided to start my own business. I wanted to be the broker. I wanted to be the one with all the real estate agents underneath me. So I decided to get involved in a traditional business. And I want to tell you what it takes to be successful in traditional business. This is just like my experience in owning a traditional business. It cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to start that traditional business, just like it would cost most of you. If you want a really successful business, you have to be willing to invest that type of money. I see a lot of young people here today, and I'm sure they don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest in any type of business right now, and that's probably why they're here. I see older people too, professional people in the room today, and some of them probably do have an opportunity to start a traditional business, but they're here trying to figure out what they want to do today. Well, I'm here to tell you, I tried that. Hundreds of thousands of dollars to start my traditional business. I didn't pay it all in cash. I had properties that I had owned. I had leveraged those. I had a business partner that had to partner with me, and he had to leverage his house and leverage some of his investments in order to start our business. We had to lease commercial building, so that way we had office space for our agents to work out of. That cost a lot of money. We had to get construction loans so we can build out the offices inside of the building. That cost a lot of money. But I wanted to be a traditional business owner. There were licensing that had to happen. I had to have a real estate license. I had to get all of my licensing. We had to have insurance policies in place in that traditional business. The overhead was crazy. All the electricity and the bills and the utilities and everything we had to pay every month to keep the lights on. That was a headache right there. But I was a business owner. I understood, me and my partner understood that after that investment, we were going to work hard because I already had a work ethic, so I knew I would become successful. But we weren't going to make our initial investment back probably for 3 to 5 years. And that's what most people understand about a traditional business. They go in with that mentality, understanding that. But that's fine, because it's year 4 or 6 or even 5 that it starts to pay out for you. You start to profit. We understood that in a traditional business, it's going to take a minimum 40 hours a week that you're going to have to be there running your business. But if you really want to be successful, because I know there are a lot of business owners in here who have the same experience, you have to be there more than your employees are there. I was at my traditional business from it was dark in the morning to when it was dark at night. I was putting in 70, 80 hours a week into my traditional business because I was the one that had to make it successful. I was the one that employed everybody, had to do the payroll and everything else. That was the traditional business. I had to hire all the employees. I had to hire the managers. I had to fire people. That was scary. You're responsible for paying everyone in the business. Your business is usually dependent on a single economy. I had success in real estate in my traditional business. By the time I was 23 years old, I made over $1 million. I made $1.6 million when I started my business in real estate after learning the trade. So I became a millionaire at an early age. But what I want you to know is that in 2007, when the market crashed, so did my business. That traditional business that I owned, I never understood how economies work and how when the economy's down, so are businesses. My business crashed. People lost their jobs, so they lost their homes. People couldn't afford to buy new houses. I had no more clients. My business crashed, and I lost everything I owned. My business was dependent on that economy where my business was located, in the United States. And in 2007, I watched my business crash. I had success. I experienced it all. The sacrifice that you have to make in owning a traditional business, for those of you that do have a continuing successful businesses, because we have to put so much time in owning a traditional business, there are huge sacrifices you have to make. If you're a young person, you're sacrificing probably the relationship you have with the person you love. You're sacrificing the time you have with your friends as a young person. If you're someone who's older, you're sacrificing all the time away from your spouse, from your kids, watching their early years as they're growing up. You're missing sports games. You're missing important award ceremonies at their school. You're missing some of the most important times in their lives because you want to be a successful business person. Overall, it's good for your family because you become financially free. You can have that time freedom. You can live life on your terms. But in reality, a traditional business most of the time owns you. And that's what it did for me. I had it all. I had the car. I had the house. I had the girlfriend. But I had no time to spend with any of them. And I lost everything. I learned how to be successful in traditional business, but I also learned how traditional business worked. I didn't understand that other path I showed you regarding network marketing. I met a neighbor of mine after that market had crashed who stayed persistent with me and invited me to meeting after meeting after meeting. I thought, I'm too good for that. I'm a real estate agent. I own a company, even though it was going down the toilet. But he stayed persistent with me, and he saw something in me that I didn't see right then. He believed in me, and he said, man, if you can do that, you can do this. And I remember, as he stayed persistent with me, I finally took a look at the business, and I thought, man, if there are successful people in this company like you guys saw today, and you guys have been seeing all day today, I can be successful too. Remember that promise I made to myself? I will be successful, I will work for no one. This gave me another opportunity to do that, and it gave me a whole other path that I did not know existed, and it was called network marketing. And what I learned about network marketing in order to be successful, because I've been successful in network marketing, was this. Unlike traditional business, a network marketing business usually costs anywhere from $500 to $2,000 to start. That means that I can find anybody to get involved in this business. I can give an opportunity to almost everybody. I don't have to look for one type of person with all the money saved up, with the assets in the bank. I can offer this opportunity to anybody, meaning I can help so many people now rather than just helping myself. It doesn't matter your background, your education, it doesn't matter what licenses you have or don't have, anybody can do this business. All the big things are taken care of by the brand. None of us paid for this event today. The company did it for us, but it's our company, it's our business. None of us invented those products or developed them. The company found the doctors and the scientists and did all the research behind the products to put these amazing products in front of you guys. The brand does everything. The brand does all these huge events every single quarter to help your business grow, to breathe new life into your new teammates, to educate them, to inspire them, to motivate them. The brand does that for us. The company continues to come out with new products, with new incentives, with new promotions to get your team excited and motivated to take their business to a whole other level. Something traditional business doesn't offer, and that's what I learned in network marketing. You have the opportunity to invest in yourself here, to invest in your own skills. That's all this business requires, are skills. When I first started in this business, I was 25 years old. I couldn't get up here and speak in front of 3 people. But with practice and repetition, I became more comfortable. As the paychecks started going out, I can go up here and talk. Right? I can hide behind that success, like I was talking to some of my friends about yesterday. And the same thing will happen to you. But you have to be willing to work. If you want to be successful in this type of business or any business, you have to work. You have to be the person sharing more plans than anyone else. You have to be the person that does more one-on-ones than anyone else. You have to be the person every Sunday night before you go to bed to rebuild your list and build that active candidate list. You have to be the person following up with people that you wouldn't share a product with, that you wouldn't share new videos with. You have to be the person leading by example. You have to be the person empowering your leaders to duplicate what you're doing. You have to do all those things. You can't just sit back and make it happen. There are 2 things that can happen to you in this business. You can do nothing, get healthy and have fun, right? Or you can work hard, get healthy, and make money. You have to decide what you want. You have the opportunity to begin to profit as soon as you like. Okay? You have the opportunity to earn your initial investment back by just selling the product that you bought in the first place. That doesn't happen in traditional business, where you're waiting 3 to 5 years to earn that initial investment back, understanding that that's how you become successful. Minimum 10 hours a week to even have any amount of success in here. I hear in the industry, just a couple hours a week, 5 hours a week, whatever it is. That's BS. This is a real business. You have to apply yourself. In reality, 25 hours a week minimum if you want to become extremely successful. For those of you that think you can put more time than that into this, I'm going to laugh right now. Because the time you want to be building this business, people are at work all day. You're usually waiting all day until they get off of work so you can go meet with someone one-on-one, so you can show the plan in the evening. Most of your time is spent on the weekends where you're trying to fill everything you can into a single calendar day. But you have to understand what it takes to be extremely successful in this business. Your business, in this business, is running through multiple economies. What's great about network marketing, what I learned was that regardless of what happened in the United States, Regardless of what happened in Europe or in this country or that country, my business wasn't dependent on a single economy. I had business in multiple economies across multiple countries and nations. When one economy was down, another was up. My business was bigger there that month. When one was down here, my business was bigger there that month. Your business isn't dependent on a single economy, it's dependent on multiple economies, which makes this business incredible for anybody to join. The sacrifice we're going to have to make in this business, because there are sacrifices. Television time, for those of you that like watching TV at night when you get off of work, want to put your feet up on the couch and watch your favorite show. Weekends and evenings, because that's when you're building this business. Yeah, you might have to sacrifice some time away from your friends and family, from people that you love, but you're letting them know your commitment that you're making to this business. This is completely opposite than the traditional business. In the traditional business world, the more successful I became, the more money I made, the less time I had for anybody. In this business, the more successful I've become, the more money I've made, the more time I have to spend with my teammates. Why? Because this is the only business that gives you duplication. It's incredible. And at the end of the day, just like in traditional business, you can have a huge success financially, you can achieve the freedom that you want through time, right? And you can live life on your own terms, becoming your own boss. Because I choose to stick with network marketing, today my life is amazing. It's incredible. I met the woman of my dreams in this business 2 years after I started. I met my wife, Shannon, who liked the story of my mom. She was a single mom, raising 2 little kids of her own, and built this business from zero, just like our friend Stefania here. Right? Her story was inspiring. You know, we met each other, we fell in love. Her 2 kids became my kids, and we had 2 more. Right? So we have 4 kids. We have a full house right now, building this international business. And what's cool is, my wife, she was a hairstylist. She doesn't have to do hair anymore. Okay? She gets to do the things she loves. She loves fitness and nutrition. You know, she competes at a professional level in the fitness industry. She's incredible. She gets to be a full-time mom, which she loves. She gets to wake up every morning with our kids just like I do and get them ready for school. I get to go downstairs and make them breakfast. We get to take them all to school together in the morning. Then we get to go work out together at the gym. And then we get to have lunch together whenever we want. Most of the time she wants me out of the house because I'm there too much.
I believe it.
I get to coach my little girl's soccer team. Her soccer season just started. I get to help coach my son's football team. It's incredible things we get to do. We never miss an award ceremony. They're 9:30 in the morning on school days when most people are at work, and we're in there clapping for every single kid. It's incredible, the time freedom we have. Forget about the money you make, because once your bills are paid, you have no more stress.
Yes.
The world currency in this business, in this industry that you can create for yourself is time. Because time is the most valuable asset that you'll ever have. It's something you never get back.
Yes.
And you get to spend it however you want it with the people that you love. That's incredible. So my dream for you is that you choose, those of you that are new here today, you choose the network marketing opportunity. And you work hard at it. You develop an unwavering work ethic like those people that are walking across the stage. And you too can have an amazing life that I look forward to listening to you as you share yourself on the stage. Thank you guys. Good luck. God bless.